Good afternoon, everyone. It's Father Neil. It's Thursday, the 25th of March, for my weekly update. There's a lot going on. Certainly, we're getting ready for Holy Week, for Palm Sunday this Sunday, and then Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Vigil, and Easter Sunday. So I do encourage everyone to please sign up that wants to come. We're getting full toward Easter, and we'll be cutting off those registrations probably Wednesday or perhaps Thursday of next week, because we simply need to make sure we have enough volunteers to cover the masses, and that would include lectors and Eucharistic ministers and volunteers that do the safety protocol. So it's really important that if you do want to come or plan to come, that you do get to register fairly soon. Looks like we will have the downstairs Mass on Easter. I don't think we'll have an overflow right yet for the Triduum, but that would be good, because we have a new camera and we have a new system, so it will be able to be videoed, and certainly the people down in the hall will be able to fully participate as much as they can, with the church being upstairs. But we'll come down for communion, and we'll certainly have people down there to minister with them. So that's coming up, and that's the big deal. It's the high point of our year. Obviously, the COVID protocols will make things a little bit different. So, for example, we do anointing with cotton balls on the forehead, so it doesn't look quite as respectful. But remember that last year at this time, we had nothing at all. I was celebrating the Triduum and Easter privately to an empty church. And so the fact that we can come together and perhaps have as many as 200 people, counting the downstairs seating in the hall, is a great gift, and we should all take advantage of it to the best that we can. We did get an announcement today from the Archdiocese that the COVID protocols aren't changing in the immediate future because of the strong upsurge in the positivity rate. While it's still low, it's increased 20% from a couple of weeks ago, and so it looks like it might be going in the wrong direction. And so, to be on the side of safety, they've decided not to change things for now till after Easter, until we see what's going on. If this turns into another outbreak, that could be more restrictive. If it gets under control, and certainly as we have more vaccinated people, that will be helpful. The concern, of course, is that people are tired and the weather's getting better, and that they are letting down their guard and trying to go back to normal. And it really isn't safe from the community point of view to do that, because obviously more people are getting sick. So we need to be careful about that. But in the meantime, we are continuing to be church as best we can. And we are making arrangements for First Communion already. That's going well. As I said last week, Mrs. Castleman has done an incredible job trying to do everything online. There are always some glitches because of communication problems, but doing a great job with the families and the children, and so we're looking forward to all of that. But I do encourage those, I probably sound like a broken record, but to please sign up to volunteer. We've had a lot of events, a lot of funerals, and we've been relying on the same dozen people, and quite frankly, it's really not acceptable. I mean, we can't keep doing what we're doing for much longer without burning them out. And I don't want to have to start canceling things if we don't have the volunteers, but it really is important that people step up. So I invite you to consider that. As far as the parish is concerned, I did get a confirmation from the Cardinal that I will be going to Westchester. I thought that was final when I heard it from the bishop, but evidently there's a formal process for that. And I'll be going down after Easter to meet with the administrator. They don't have a pastor. They don't even have a resident priest. They have a couple of retired guys, but they have an administrator who's a deacon there, and they haven't had a pastor for some time. So I need to go down and kind of see the lay of the land a little bit to figure that out. So I'll be in and out a little bit, not much, because there's a lot to do here. We did meet yesterday with Father Lojek, who is the new pastor, with Father Pavel and myself, and the facilitator from the Archdiocese. It was a very productive meeting, and Robert seems to be very open. He's overwhelmed over at St. Francis, as I am, as you prepare to move and do Easter and COVID and all the rest of that stuff. But he seems fairly open, and I am positive, looking forward to that positively. He, like me, was trained at Mundelein with you don't make major changes in the first year unless they're absolutely necessary. So it looks like he's going to try to learn the place first and adapt. So I don't expect things to change over the summer or perhaps even the fall. I'll be meeting with the school staff and the business manager on Monday about our school budget. We're going to budget as normal operations for the next year, as is St. Constance, and we'll kind of be running that in tandem. So I don't really foresee, though I could be wrong, but I don't really foresee a huge number of changes in the immediate future, but certainly by the end of June of 2022, 15 months from now, I think that's when we'll start to see a lot of activity picking up in terms of how we go from there. So that's all positive, and of course we hope that by the late summer, early fall, we'll be back to more capacity, and certainly hopefully the activities will be allowed to come back, parties and get-togethers and sports and so on. But again, that depends on what the protocols are and how the country is progressing. Certainly with vaccinations, that should be a good thing. So I am looking really forward to a lot of that. It seems to be going well. The transition, they're never easy, but I think that we have a lot of positive things going for us. I'll certainly be meeting with the parish council in a few weeks to talk about where we think we need to go and how we want to position ourselves for that, and when we know a little bit more. So that's all going to be good, but it does also depend on our budget and what we project. And even with the COVID, we've been way down, but it's important that people, if we do come back and we want to get back to normal, we'll have to have our collection levels get back. I've never asked anybody to give a specific amount for anything, but as Easter is here, I do think that it would be very helpful if everybody who could would make a sacrifice and make a larger contribution, as well as their normal weekly things, because again, as we are moving forward, though we will be merging our money probably 15 months from now, as I said, we still need to continue to do all the things that we're doing. I'm working with the business manager and the principal right now about what are some of the projects we'd like to complete. We have money in the bank for some of them, but not for all of them. Certainly we didn't budget for the tuck point repair work in the school. We did a minimal job last year because we didn't know what was happening. Now, of course, the school is staying open, so we want to try to get that done this summer. And we've noticed that there's a lot of water damage now in the front facade of the church on Austin and off to the north side there, presumably because of the heavy snow and the very wet winter we've had. So there are things that need to be done, and of course they need to be paid for if we're going to keep things going. So, and there's some other projects we're looking at as well. So anybody who can support that and do a little extra, that would be deeply appreciated. As far as the rest of the things going, we're just going along as we've always done. We've got our 2 masses during the week and our normal Sunday masses. We'll have more, as I said, for Easter. But I think the Easter season, we'll start to loosen up a little bit. And, as more people get vaccinated and are willing to come back, we may be able to add more things like more daily masses or perhaps even extra Sunday mass if they keep our limits at the 20% as they're doing now. So, but that will require, obviously, people coming back and certainly more volunteers. So I'm hopeful, and I'd like to see that, and I'm sure you all would as well. So we just keep doing our best, and I certainly hope that all of you do your best. I think probably my next update will be next Wednesday, because Thursday is Holy Thursday. I might wait till that, but as we get ready for the Triduum, it'll be a little more difficult to find extra time. So I will hope that you all have a blessed Holy Week. I hope to see many of you Palm Sunday and during the Triduum and for Easter, and we'll keep you posted. So God bless you all, and have a great weekend and a great week ahead.